So there is some technical problem. We'll wait for 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
ऑन करो. इधर का भी आना पड़ता है. हेलो हेलो. उसमें नहीं आ रहा है ये. तो टीम्स ऐप का भी सामने आना पड़ता है ना. ओके. उनका नहीं आ रहा है.
आ रहा है ना मुल्ता मैडम.
चालू करो 2 मिनट. मेरा आ रहा है. अच्छा उनका चालू कर दो. सर को बोलने के लिए बोलो या आप बात करो इसमें से. Good morning. Am I audible? Hello. Very good morning. Our guests have arrived, on the virtual platform. We are facing some technical issue. We'll wait for 2-3 minutes to get it resolved. हेलो, यहाँ नहीं आ रहा है। यहाँ का चालू करो दो। हेलो, उसको आवाज तो बढ़ाओ ना। ये नहीं, इसमें कौन सा है? 3-7 का फर्स्ट में डाला है तो बढ़ाओ ना वॉल्यूम। हेलो, 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 हेलो।
Good morning, Hassane sir. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Yes, sir. So shall we start?
Yes, fine, we can begin.
Okay.
Good morning, one and all. Myself, Gayatri Agrawal, on behalf of the Anand Education Society, the Anand College of Law, Latur, we are gathered together because of the Anand College of Law, Latur organized a certificate course that is the intellectual property rights. On today, we are and presented by today's resource person, Dr. S.S. Hassani sir. He is assistant professor and he is associate professor and USC coordinator and NTVS College of Law, Nandurbar. And now I will request Dr. Mamta Parikh ma'am to give welcome and greetings of today's program. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Anand Education Society, the Anand College of Law and College of Pharmacy, welcome you, sir. And we are very pleased to have you here on the topic of the intellectual property that is different trend. Our students are eagerly waiting to hear from you. So without taking much time, we continue, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Shubham Virajat to give brief introduction of today's research program.
Thank you, Gayatri. Today, I feel blessed that I got an opportunity to introduce our today's resource person, Dr. Sanish Suresh Kumar Hasani sir, Associate Professor and IQAC Coordinator, Nandurbar, Taluka Vidhayak Samiti's College of Law Institute of Legal Education and Research, Nandurbar. Dr. Sani Hasani sir was a college topper and university third ranker in PSL LLB final year. By continuing his study legacy, he has achieved gold medal in LLB. North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon, has voted General Secretary of Students' Council during the period of 2004-2006. He was convener, Research Advisory Committee, ATBS Law College, Nandurbar. He has published his research papers in United Magazine of Nalsa of Supreme Court of India and Manavadhikar Nai Dishain of National Human Rights Commission. Sir qualified UGC in first attempt. Dr. Sani Hassani sir participated and presented papers in nearly 25 national and international seminars and published 20 research papers, and he awarded PhD in 2018 on a title Women Welfare Laws with a reference to Adivasis of North Maharashtra, an empirical study. Dr. Sani Hassani sir recognized PhD guide of Law Department TPCMU Jalgaon. He worked as an institutional coordinator of NAC in 2017 and IQAC coordinator till date. Sir has organized 3 national seminars and 2 workshops in a college. He also conducted first and only UGC HR DC DA BV indoor short-term course in Nandurbar district. Sir had organized and conducted nearly 25 international and national level webinars. He also delivered talks as a resource speaker in various national and international events. Dr. Sani Hassani sir won the Best Paper Award at a 2-day national virtual conference on expanding horizons of the new consumer law rules and regulations in India, organized by Consumer Club of BD Choksi Sarvajanik Law College and Sarvajanik College of Law. Thank you. Now I request our today's resource person, Dr. Sani Hassani sir, to guide us on a topic that is intellectual property right and recent.
First of all, thank you so much. I hope I am audible. Am I audible? Madam, am I audible?
Sir, 1 second. You are audible. Again, we have some problem with the speakers.
I can hear your voice.
Yes.
Think about me. Wireless नहीं wireless का नहीं
Hello. Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, madam. Am I audible now? Hello.
Yes, sir. Please.
Yes, am I audible now? I can hear your voice, madam.
Sir, please continue.
Fine. I hope I am audible to all of you. If not, you can stop me in between. So should I continue now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, first of all, a very good morning to all of you, to respected Principal Dr. Nathani Madam, to both the coordinator Madams, Jadhav Madam and Parik Madam, to all the dear students who introduced or gave my introduction in front of you all. You all are very lucky to be part and parcel of Dayanand's College of Law, Latur, as your college is doing immensely a great job in field of academics, and I first of all congratulate to all of you students who are pursuing this certificate course on IPR. My dear student, I have been told that you are already aware about the basics of IPR or whatever introduction of IPR, what are intellectual property rights, what are its branches, what are its types. So actually, I was supposed to take the or deliver the lecture on the first day itself, that is on 22nd August, but due to some assignments, I was unable to. So anyway, I have prepared something new for you, or which I shall say I will not kind of bore you at all. And what I would like to say to the organizers or the coordinators that in between I will ask the questions to the student, and then at the end they can ask me. So now I will be sharing my PPT. If it's visible, please let me know. I will now share it. Just a second. Yes, is my PPT visible, madam? Is my PPT visible to all the students?
Yes.
I can't hear you, madam.
Sir, yes.
Okay. Fine. Okay, whenever it is not visible, please let me know so that I can come to know what I have to do. So yes, my dear friends, I would like to say you all that I know that we have some limitations with English language. So though I have been instructed to deliver the lecture in English, but in between I will use Hindi and Marathi also, so that some kind of interest is generated in my lecture to you also. So if you can see on the screen that I have chosen the topic intellectual property rights, recent trends and case study. Being a law student, you, myself, we all know, your teachers all know that how important a practical aspect is related to our law field. You may be a gold medalist, but if you are not good at practice in the code itself, or whenever, see, when we are going in the code, it is not necessary that we practice in a what you can say, in a traditional method or a traditional areas or fields. Nowadays IPR practice is also doing a lot in our country, and my good friends, please take note of this point that IPR practice is going to give you lot of money and fame. So you can make a career in IPR practice. You can start practicing the intellectual property rights matters, but for that you have to really come out with the whole and soul knowledge of IPR rights or IPR laws in our country. So my friends, you must be now seeing the screen or seeing the slide on your screen. There is one lady who is you all must be knowing who she is. She is Vidya Balan. She is holding a Prestige cooker, Prestige company's cooker. And you can see in Hindi, one tagline is written over here. जो बीवी से करे प्यार, वो Prestige से कैसे करे इनकार. Now I don't know how many of you were born at that time. When we were kids, when I was a child, I used to see this kind of ad on TV on regular basis, and I used to ask my mother, that मम्मी हमारे पास कौन सा कुकर है, प्रेस्टीज है या कौन सा है. Now why I have you must be wondering that why sir is talking about this ad and why sir is talking about this prestige cooker and all this. My friend, this जो बीवी से करे प्यार वो प्रेस्टीज से कैसे करे इनकार, this is a tagline, and this tagline can only be used by Prestige cooker. For example, tomorrow you are starting a company of a pressure cooker. You are manufacturing pressure cookers and you are using this tagline. For example, whatever name you, for example, Dayanand Law College cooker. जो बीवी से करे प्यार वो दयानंद लॉ कॉलेज कुकर से कैसे करे इनकार? You cannot use this tagline without the permission or without the copyrights or without the trademark rights of this prestige cooker company. So this is one of the I can give you thousands of examples where we can find how important these IPR rights are. Friends, why I have put this slide in the starting, one more thing I want to highlight over you is this tagline is something a person has created, one of the person has created, marketing person has created through his mind. So this is called as creation of mind or intellectual creation of mind. So whatever idea, whatever creativity you have put in front of the world, that has to be protected and that has to be given due credit. This is what actually the basic IPR concept is. If I move forward to another slide, I hope you can see this next slide, which is of LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India. We all know what kind of this company is, Life Insurance Corporation of India. Almost everyone has LIC policies with insurance policies with this company. Every home has these insurance policies. And even this company has used a tagline, Jeevan ke saath bhi, Jeevan ke baad bhi. Now, for example, there are lots and lots of insurance companies. Now, for example, Aviva Life Insurance is there. If Aviva people starts using this tagline, Jeevan ke saath bhi, Jeevan ke baad bhi, and LIC is also using the same tagline, then what will be the difference? This is the idea. This is the marketing person who has created this tagline for LIC. And if that tagline is being used by any of other company also, then what is the use of this creativity? See, when I am talking about creativity and all that, it is only a one side of the coin. Other side is that, for example, LIC is also using this tagline. Aviva is also using this tagline. Then there is a confusion between the citizens also, between the normal public also, that what kind of marketing or what kind of trust we are going to put on either Aviva or on LIC. Who is original, who is duplicate, who is copying, who has created, these all issues arise. So these are the two examples with which I have started my lecture to make it somewhat more interesting to you, because I can understand I am not physically present over there, but you all must be seeing on me now on screen, and some students are present online also. So anyways, I was also called physically over there, but you can all understand that you are in the south of the Maharashtra while I am in the north of the Maharashtra. We are on the opposite sides. It takes near about 600 kilometers, 700 kilometers to Latur to Nandurbar. So anyways, with this technology or due to this corona has given us one of the positive aspect of this online platform, which we are using, still we are using, and we will be using in the future also. Now, before I come to recent trends and case study, it becomes my duty to just highlight you. You all might be knowing now what is intellectual property actually, but as I said that I cannot start directly with the recent trend and case study. So let me first just highlight, I'm not explaining over here, I will just highlight what is intellectual property. So as you can see on the screen, that intellectual property is a property that arises from the human intellect. It is a product of human creation. Friends, the two examples I have put in front of you, जो बीवी से करे प्यार वो प्रेस्टीज से कैसे करे इनकार, जीवन के साथ भी जीवन के बाद भी. Now this is the perfect example of a human intellect. These two phrases are not given by the God. This is not God gift. This is created by a person like you and me. A a marketing person, he might obviously he may have taken or he must have taken the money for that, but that is his creativity, and that creativity he has made for that company. And when that company hired him to make such a creativity, then the company has protected these taglines so that due credit can be given to the company, due credit can be given to that person, marketing person who has made this. Now, intellectual property comprises two distinct forms: literary and artistic works and industrial property. I hope this has been already explained to you in previous lectures, so I will not highlight more on that. Now, just I would like to say you that what are the literary or artistic works. So you can see on the screen, they are books, paintings, musical compositions, plays, movies, radio TV programs, performances, and other kind of artistic works. How they are protected? Simple answer: through copyright. Now, what is copyright? What is trademark? I will explain these all concepts to you through case study. I will not go what the Copyright Act says. I will not go through what the Trademark Act says. I will not go through the definitions, but I will go through the perfect examples which you and me faces in our day-to-day life. If you see what is industrial property, so it describes the physical matter that is the product of an idea or concept of commercial purposes. Now, how industrial property is protected? By patented objects, by trademarks, by industrial designs, by trade secrets, layout designs, and by geographical indications. This geographical indication, industrial designs, I have prepared a very interesting example. So I would like to request you all, after 10 or 15 minutes, please do not get carried away. I will not engage you for hours and hours. I will try to finish it off in very short time, and I will try to cover all the aspects of case study and recent trends of IPR. So this might be in starting, you might be feeling little boring, but when I will go to the case study and recent trends, suddenly you will create an interest to listening to this lecture. So this is how you remember this IPR or intellectual property is in the two different forms: literary and artistic work and industrial property. Now the question comes, why do you need to protect your intellectual property? What is the need? Now you will be feeling that, for example, you have made one phrase, okay, like phrase which I give example of LIC जीवन के साथ भी जीवन के बाद भी. Similar kind of phrase you have made, for example. My friends, we had one principal from Orissa, and he was not good in English. He was not good in Hindi. So you can understand that in people, a person from Orissa, obviously he was not knowing Marathi. So he was good at English, but not good in Hindi. So he used to say on lighter note that कायदे में फायदा. So this was the tagline, or this was the creation of his own mind, and we used to really use this phrase again and again in front of students also. कायदे में फायदा, कायदे में फायदा. So कायदा is somewhat related to a Marathi word, and फायदा is somewhat related to Hindi word. So that was a mixture made by him. So in Hindi, in pure Hindi, we say कानून to कायदा. So that is why we used to say him that you are mixing English and Hindi. But this was unique creativity which showed or which even encourage us to use that phrase. So this is kind of the intellectual property. And now if you have made this, then it becomes duty of the law to protect your creativity. Otherwise, what will happen? You will stop making creativities. Why? Because if your creativity is being copied by anyone very easily, then what about your effort? Then what about your mind which you have used? So that is why, especially if we talk about the commercial IPRs, then there is a company value to each and every intellectual property. So this is the first reason. why IPRs or why IPs should be protected. Number two is entry barriers. See, when we talk about commercialization or marketization, one of the important or one of the most hectic task for a company is to make an entry. If a company is able to make an entry which is very dynamic or which is very highlighting, obviously that company is going to grow further and further. See, there are a lot of companies, they came, but they did not succeed. Even if, for example, now when we see advertisement in the TV of different products, अगर किसी ने पूछा चॉकलेट कौन सा चाहिए तो you will say, obviously you will say Cadbury, because that brand has become a name in every household. If anyone will ask, बाइक कौन सी चाहिए, so you might say Hero Honda or Hero or Honda company's bike. If you say, for example, car कौन सी लेनी है, so first name you will take Maruti. Okay, so these are, I'm not promoting any company, but these are just example. And why this has become household name? See, you all know how Amul brand is very famous. That Amul girl, the taste of India, that is tagline used by Amul. Amul girl is also protected figure, that Amul girl. Parle-G, you know, Parle-G biscuit has many duplicates biscuit in the market. The design of Parle-G, the name Parel-G, then Sundar-G, these kind of names are used to copy that Parle-G name and to create confusion in the mind of public that we are using a Parle-G kind of product in our home, but that is not actually a Parle-G product. You, me, we are educated people, we can read out, we can understand. But when an uneducated person purchases one biscuit packet similar to Parle-G, same color, same design, and that G symbol, because he or she cannot read, he or she will not be able to identify that whether he or she has used a genuine Parle-G product biscuit or has used duplicate product. Third is legal monopoly. Obviously, when you are able to protect your intellectual property, that is a monopoly created for you. I hope you all understand what is monopoly. You are the whole and sole beneficiary, or you can say the owner of that intellectual property. Fourth is avoid free riding. Now, for example, you want to, for example, I don't know how long your college is from your home. Now you all want to go from this college, you want to go back to your home. Then either you will take the services of a bus or maybe auto or maybe ape rickshaws, or maybe you are having your own vehicle. For example, you are going in the bus, you are going in an auto. Then whether that auto or bus is a free service, obviously not. Whether there is a free riding on bus or auto, obviously not. They will charge you money. And why should they not charge? So same way, if intellectual property is created by your mind, why you should keep that intellectual property for free riding? It is your property, like any other tangible property. For example, your mobile. Why anyone should be allowed to use your mobile without your permission or without paying to you? Obviously not. That is wrong. So this is also one of the reasons. Then fifth is avoid infringement. Infringement, you all know what you are a law student now. Infringement, what it is. When we violate any provision, when we infringe any provision, when we break any provision. So to control this kind of infringement, it becomes must to protect your intellectual property. Financial leveraging. Obviously, financial loss is there to the companies. See, this is not a hidden fact that you and me people use first copy product. You might be having your bags, college bags, And on that college bag, there might be written Nike or Nike, Adidas, then Fast Track. But whether Adidas, Fast Track, Nike companies bags are available at the cost of 300, 400, 1000 rupees? Obviously not. So this is the financial leveraging, financial loss to Adidas company, to Nike company, and these kind of companies. There is copy of the trademark, that is name of the company, and the seller, he advances his goods with the impression that these are the product of Adidas or these kind of companies, but that is not the case, my friends. Obviously, seventh is advance of mankind. When anyone's right is protected, mankind is advanced. So intellectual property rights are also rights like any other legal rights. So if our intellectual property rights are protected, then obviously there is advancement of mankind. Number 8, this is very, very important. Goodwill. For example, I don't know how many law colleges are there in Latur. For example, for example, in Nandurbar district, we have 2 law colleges, and our law college has a goodwill, and that we are known with the name itself. That is called a goodwill. So as I gave you example that, for example, LIC is having a goodwill, and LIC is using the tagline "Jindagi ke saath bhi, Jindagi ke baad bhi." That same tagline being used by Aviva Life Insurance Company or Reliance Life Insurance Company. Then obviously the goodwill is affected. People will not able to understand that whose goodwill we are talking about, whether it is of LIC or whether it is of any other insurance company. Number 9 is counterfeiting. You know, counterfeit coins are there, counterfeit money is, currency is there. So that is nothing but duplication or copying. So your intellectual property, if it is protected, then obviously we can stop the counterfeiting of that, or if anybody is counterfeiting it, we can sue him. We can go in the court of law and punish that counterfeiters. And number 10, the last point, why intellectual property is needed, that is works of art. Obviously, up to this we were discussing about the companies and all that, but you might be an artist, and you might have created, for example, one painting, one design, or maybe one diagram, which is very unique, and no one shall copy it. You feel that. So your work of that artistic or your artistic work shall be protected. So that is also one of the need of this intellectual property right to be protected. So my friends, these are the IP laws of India. And you can, for me, I don't know what is screen position to you. For me, my left side, it is the Act, and the right side, it is the Ministry and Department. The Copyright Act 1957, maintained or overlooked by Higher Education Department Ministry. The Patents Act 1970 is Industrial Policy and Promotions Department. Designs Act, Trademarks Act, Geographical Indication of Goods Act, Semiconductor Integrated Circuits Layout Design Act is managed by Information Technology Department, and the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Act is managed by Agriculture and Cooperation Department. If you see the diagram, Controller General, he is the main boss, and under him there comes the Patent Office, Trademarks Registry Office, Geographical Indications Registry Office, Patent Information System. So this Patent Office has branches in Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai. Then Trademark Registry has regional offices Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai and Ahmedabad. Geographical Indications Registry has only one office in Chennai, and a Patent Information System, which is managed by NIIPM, that is in Nagpur, that is National Institute of Intellectual Property Management. Copyrights was administered by Ministry of Human Resource Development previously, but now, as I said, it is managed by DPA IIT India. Now, friends, this was just the highlight, or what I can say, just the brief introduction of what is IPR. I have skipped about the branches and all that because I have been told by madam that you all are aware about the introductory part of the IPR. So let us now move on to the recent trends. Recent trends, what is meant by recent trends? Means whatever recently is going on in the field of intellectual property rights. My friends, if I go in the technical aspect, and which is I don't think which is related to you at this stage, but if I go in the technical aspect, we are far behind in the field of intellectual property rights as compared to Western countries. Forget about the students. You are students. Many of the lecturers, many of the professors, many of the educationists are also not aware about the IPR rights or intellectual property rights. Why? Because previous government has not bothered about creating an awareness about this IPR. Because one of the reason we can say is that people in India are far behind when it comes to research. We are really lacking behind in research. We are nowhere. None of our university is in the top 100 list of the world's university. We are not, none of our university. So this is the position why, which may be the reason that none of the government gave much of the importance when it comes to IPR related policies. But in 2016, for the first time, this is the first national IPR policy of India in 2016. And now it is a policy. So this policy is of not of only 1 or 2 or 10 pages. It has hundreds of pages. But I have taken the gist from this IPR policy, which is related with the students, which is related with the UGC, or which is related with the colleges. What happened? You all know that UGC is the nodal agency as far as education field is concerned, and universities and public research institution are among the direct contributors towards innovation and research, and particularly in emerging economies like India. Now, the potential pool of talent for innovation in these economies like India also emanates largely from educational institution and research institution. The significance of IPR in higher education was recognized, and national IPR policy was approved by the Union Cabinet in May 2016. As I said you, this was the first ever IPR policy framed by government of India. Now, what was the primary focus of this policy? To promote innovation, to promote creativity, entrepreneurship is going on very well in each and every university. There is a I hope in your university also, Nanded University also, in your college also, you might have created one innovative cell. We were made compulsory by North Maharashtra University, and we have created one innovative cell, and where we promote the entrepreneurship. Then the University Grants Commission, the nodal authority for determining and maintaining standards of university education in India, has issued a letter for inclusion of IPR rights as a generic elective subject under the CPCS system, that is the choice-based credit system. My friends, from 2016 itself, each and every university in India has been directed to start the courses which are related to IPR, or even keep it as a generic elective subject. This is the direction issued, and I guess that almost every university in India has adopted this IPR in its curriculum or syllabus. In brief, I will highlight that what are the objectives of this IPR policy. Number 1, IPR awareness. See friends, For example, you all might be knowing that now IPC is being revised by the government. Work is going on to make the revision of criminal laws and more particularly CRBC and IPC. Now, for example, say for example, in 2023, Indian Penal Code is passed, new Indian Penal Code, 2023. And for example, after passing the act, nobody is aware about what are the definitions, what are the kind of acts covered in IPR. Then how you are going to know that whether you are committing and whether by your act you are committing any offense or not? It becomes really difficult for you. Now, for example, you might have from you, anybody has created or any one of you has created something new, but you are not aware about the IPR rights. You are not aware about the registration of your intellectual creativity. Then obviously you are not going to protect that. So one of the most important objective of this IPR policy was to create awareness in IPR field. Second is generation of IPR. Generation means what? Creativity. More and more patents should be created, more and more copyrights should be filed, more and more trademarks should be registered, more and more work should be protected, whether it be literary work, whether it be your artistic work. Then third is legal and legislative framework. Obviously, this policy has also laid down to the government that what kind of changes has to be made in the Information Technology Act, maybe Copyright Act, all the IPR laws. Then IPR administration and management, commercialization of IPR, enforcement and adjudication, human capital development. So these are the 7 objectives of IPR policy. If I will not go in detail one by one to this, now you have got the idea. But if you all want, I can share this PPT to all of you after finishing my lecture. Then you can go through in detail, or maybe for your examination purpose, you will be needing, if you will be needing this objectives of IPR policy, then you can go through these slides. My friends, as I will be talking about the recent trends now, so this I have already begun about the recent trends. You must be thinking that sir is telling about recent trends and sir has gone back to 2016. But that was very important to highlight you, because 2016 IPR policy was the first ever policy, as I said, framed by the government of India for IPR. In 2021, that IPR policy of 2016 was made for the review, or it was reviewed by the government of India. You can see on the slide, you can see the date also. Presented to the Rajya Sabha on 23rd July 2021, laid on the table of Lok Sabha on 23rd July 2021. So under the 161st report, Department related Parliamentary Standing Committee on Commerce has presented this report, or this report has been laid before Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha a year before, and work of review on intellectual property rights regime in India is going on. And I can, in the next slide, I will just highlight what are the review recommendation of this committee. The committee also recommends that the revisiting of policy should be intended at instituting changes such as elaborating more on expanding innovation ecosystem on the country, organization of awareness drives on IPR. See, you can, if you can concentrate on the second paragraph of the slide, awareness of IPR. Now I am sure that most of you sitting over there, or most of you attending online this lecture, you were not aware about the IPR policy of 2016. So even after passing of 5 to 6 years, people are not aware about that there was such a kind of policy made by the government of India. How you can expect that people will be creating IPRs, people will be protecting IPRs. So again, in this review also, review of 2016 policy also, the government has been directed to create awareness of IPRs. So for that, IPR felicitation centers should be established in tier 1, tier 2 and remote regions of the countries. IP courses and curriculum should be introduced in school, colleges, management schools. IPR training workshop, conferences should be organized for students along with professors and teachers. My friends, this is one of the irony we can say, agony we can say, that still the professors and teachers are not aware about the IPR regime. See, it is not their fault. It is nobody's fault. Now, for example, when I was in law college, I passed my LLB in 2006. I passed my LLM in 2008. In 2006, in 2008, I did not ever heard about the concept like intellectual property because it was neither in my LLB syllabus or it was neither in my LLM syllabus. Maybe in the some of the university, IPR was available since 2001, 2002 or 2000 when IT Act came in India. But in our university, IPR subject was not available. So in this case, I have not ever studied IPR, my friends. I am not an expert person in IPR, but through books, through internet, through my studies, I have gained the knowledge in intellectual property rights. So this is how you are now benefited through these teachings. You are doing a certificate course on IPR. How much lucky you people are. If I was a student today, I could have really enjoyed this certificate course and really gone through in detail that how I can file a patent, how I can create a patent, how I can create a trademark, how my writings, my research paper would be protected under copyright. So this is all you are going to learn in this your certificate course. If you can see the last sentence of this slide, creation of IP fund and fostering IP culture. See, there is a culture. Now, you all student must be taking selfies. So there is a selfie culture. Girls used to make pouts. They used to make different faces. Many of the girls nowadays are enjoying the reels on Twitter, Instagram, even Facebook. Short video reels means short videos. You all must be knowing, I am sure. So this is the culture which we are promoting, but we are not promoting or fostering the IP culture. This is also to be made, my friends. We should speak about IP rights. We should make awareness about the IP rights. I'm sure that Latur Law College might have organized so many programs under the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. You all have enjoyed selfie with flag, Har Ghar Tiranga. Then you have enjoyed the lectures about the IPR, Har Ghar Tiranga and all that. These were the part and parcel of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. But my friends, IPR awareness program was also the part and parcel of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Many of the students, many of the college people are not knowing about this. I know about your college, Latur Law College. You have organized so many programs for IPR in the month March and April. Even myself, I organized 2 online programs. In collaboration with Patents Office Mumbai and one in collaboration with RPIIM Nagpur. So government is making lots of efforts, but it is us who are not ready to, what I can say, learn new things and take the benefit of whatever government is initiating. So this is this was the year up to the 15th August, or this is the continuation of the year that this IPR awareness program will go on under the NIPAM, that is National IP Awareness Mission, under the National Intellectual Property Awareness Mission. I can say your certificate course is also started, and this has encouraged your college to to really design or frame one certificate course on IPR. Again, I will not repeat what is intellectual property. This is the WIPO convention's definition given by the WIPO convention, that is World Intellectual Property Organization. This, my friends, you already know that what are the branches of intellectual property. Again, if I want to just highlight that what are the various kinds of IPR. So obviously patent, copyright, trademark, design, geographical indication and traditional knowledge, trade secret and confidential information, plant varieties. So these are the various branches or kinds or forms or types of intellectual property. My friends, now I will request all of you to please pay a little more attention, because now I am going through interesting case studies, and this is my last section of my presentation, but this I guess will take 20 to 25 minutes more, but I will make sure that I can make this interesting. So first, just let me know, madam, that whether I am audible and visible perfectly. Yes, any one of you can answer.
Yes.
Okay, so I can continue.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So with this hope and with this anticipation that you all present over there are concentrating on the screen and listening to me very carefully. I don't know how many of you know about Michael Jackson. We are born in 1980s. I tell about your principal and myself, because your principal and myself were the classmates in LLM. So I am sure that even Nathani madam must be knowing who is Michael Jackson. So he was very famous dancer. He was world famous dancer and one of the still by today's date one of the greatest dancer ever world has seen. So this is one of the dancing video of his, and you can search on YouTube after my lecture finishes. Otherwise, you will start searching now itself. So Michael Jackson on the set of Smooth Criminal video. This was one of the video, and in which he featured dancing. If you look at this slide, Michael Jackson is leaning towards the ground side. Now, if even any of you are sitting on the chair, you can try yourself now. You can stand and you can move forward to the ground side or to the bottom side or lean towards the ground. You will fall. Obviously, you will fall. Unless and until anyone is catching behind from you or holding behind from you, or you have tied some, you can say, rope or something which will protect you to fall from. If that is the case, you will not fall. Otherwise, a normal person will fall because of gravitational force. But this is something anti-gravity. Now you all be wondering that why sir is giving example of this Michael Jackson video or a slide over here. So your answer is in the next slide. So this is the boots, or these are the shoes which Michael Jackson used, and these pair of shoes were called as anti-gravity lean shoes. You can see 2 to 3 diagrams are given here. In one diagram, you can see the interior part of shoes. It is open. There are various kinds of laces on that. Then in one diagram, you can see it is figuring out that a person is falling. A person is leaning towards the ground, but he is not falling. So my friends, this was the patent awarded in 1993. In 1987, when world saw the video of Michael Jackson and Michael Jackson was dancing, leaning towards the ground, but still not falling, then people thought that what kind of technique it is. Then the person who created this shoes or design of these shoes thought that now these shoes or the design of shoes should not be copied by anyone else. So I should do something which will protect this or which will protect creativity of my mind regarding the shoes. So in 1993, first time this patent was awarded. Now, uh, I don't know how many of you would be laughing on this slide in the hall. I cannot hear your voice. If someone can unmute, I would like to hear the voice of audience also, because last time I presented this slide to your pharmacy college. So they after the lecture they told me that the most interesting part of your presentation was this slide. So friends, this is the uh, fart. This is the fart which a normal person, a normal person, whoever it may be, comes to an experience. And you all know this is the natural process which everyone goes through. And you all know that if anyone farts, then you, me, myself cannot sit along with him in the same room. So this is the nature's what you call a nature's drawback, which we all of us human being have. But as I said, intellectual rights are something, or intellectual property rights are something the human creativity. See, your mind, my mind is the most powerful weapon given by God to us. Your mind or my mind can be very dangerous. Your mind, my mind can be very creative. Your mind, my mind can be very innovative. It is you who are going to use your mind as per your will or as per your intelligence. So this was one of the naughty intelligent person who patented flatulence deodizer device, who by using this deodizer device, a person if farts he will smell like a lavender. So you will ask your friend that कौन सा perfume लगाया है, lavender का लगाया है क्या, because there will be a lavender smell going around you, or I cannot say lavender smell, lavender fragrance will be going around you, and you will be thinking that he might have used perfume or he might have used the talcum powder to his body, and that is why this kind of flatulence deodizer is working around. So my friends, there may be you might be thinking this, or you might be taking this on a comic side, but remember one thing: this was one of the intellectual creativity given to humankind, and you can see on the slide that it was granted the publication. Then the publication date is also given 6 November 2001. He filed on 12th April 2000, and priority date and filing date was same. Fee status was paid. Inventor was Brian Conant and Myra Conant. So these two people jointly they invented. And if you want the more detail, I have given the website on the last corner or the last bottom of the page, or sorry slide, patentyogi.com. Funny fun day this Sunday, patented flatulence deodizer to make your fart smell like lavender.com. If you visit this website, you can find the detail of this product if you want to purchase. Now, my friends, you all know, your parents, your grandparents must be knowing that who is Amitabh Bachchan. Still, we can find Mr. Amitabh Bachchan on the screens. Kaun Banega Karodpati. Many of the advertisements nowadays, Mazda advertisement is coming, and in that ad also you can find Amitabh Bachchan. And Amitabh Bachchan is a superstar, we all know. But the most important physicality related with him is his voice. His voice is God gifted. because of his voice, he was recognized so much in film industry. Still, he is recognized. But what happened? If I tell you, if any of your student is good at mimicry, and if I tell him to mimicize anyone or speak like any personality, first preference he will give to Amitabh Bachchan, because his voice is so much famous, his voice is so much easy to copy. Every now and then people copy. But what happened? In year 2005, I guess, in year 2005, one of the tobacco manufacturing company, used Amitabh Bachchan's voice to promote their product. This was not liked by Amitabh Bachchan. Amitabh company that why you are using my voice for promoting a dangerous product like tobacco. It is a harmful product, we all know. And people will think that Amitabh Bachchan is promoting the harmful product like tobacco. See, he is a role model for many of the person all over the world. So if their role model are promoting such kind of products, then you can imagine what kind of impact this will make on the mind of the people. Then what happened? He requested to the company, tobacco manufacturing company, to put down his voice. They refused. Amitabh Bachchan contacted his lawyer. His lawyer told that in our IPR laws, there is no such provision where we can protect our voice, we can protect our personality. But his lawyer thought, or his lawyer got a different idea. His lawyer took the help of section 38, 38A, 38B of the Copyright Act, which speaks about the performer's right. Performance right, मतलब जो perform करता है, who performs, the celebrity, or you can say the celebrity rights. Code accepted this point, and code gave the protection to Amitabh Bachchan's voice. And now, my friends, Amitabh Bachchan's voice is copyrighted. If you are using it for commercial benefit without the permission of Amitabh Bachchan, then Amitabh Bachchan can sue you under the Copyright Act. Remember, I am talking about commercial purpose. Commercial purpose. So if, for example, you are performing in a college and you are mimicking, there you will not be violating the copyright of Amitabh Bachchan's voice, but when you are using for your commercial purpose, then you will be violating. Similarly, I have heard that Sunny Deol has patented his voice, dialogue delivery style. Then Priyanka Chopra has copyrighted her smile. Rajnikant has copyrighted his voice. So many celebrity after Amitabh Bachchan's example, they use their provisions under the Copyright Act. My friends, this is one of the tea company, Wagh Bakri. This is Wagh Bakri tea is available mostly in Gujarat because this company belongs to Gujarat. And our Nandurbar is on the Gujarat and Maharashtra border. So from Nandurbar, we have Gujarat boundary at 7 kilometers, 5 to 7 kilometers. So we are very frequent to products coming from Gujarat. We know very well that what kind of productivity Gujarati people use or what kind of food they use. So we are very aware about this. So that is why I have taken this example. In our area also, this tea has a good sale, Wagh Bakri. I don't know about Latur, where Latur people knowing about Wagh Bakri. But most of the malls, DMart and all, Wagh Bakri is available easily. What happened? One company, Sher Bakri, they started this product with this name, Sher Bakri Chai. Now Wagh and Sher, these are the similar words. Okay. Bakri is the same word used by both the companies. Now what happened? Wagh Bakri owner, he filed a case under the IPR laws because this was the trademark. Wagh Bakri is the trademark name, or it is a registered trademark used by Wagh Bakri company. So court told Sher Bakri people, then even if you are not using the same name, but it gives the similar indication to the general public that Wagh Bakri and the Sher Bakri are one and the same. So this company was forced to put down this Sher Bakri brand. They told them, if you want to continue, you will have to use the different name. Then this is one of the leading ice cream company, Have More, and this company is also from Gujarat. So my friend, Usha Aunties Have More. This was the brand started by one of the company of Rajasthan. You can see the last line of the slide. Usha Aunties Have More. If you see the spelling of Have More Ice Cream Company, it is HAVMOR. And if you see the last line of the slide, that is Usha Aunties Have More. HAVEMORE. This is the traditional or grammatically correct spelling, Have More, and the company has used HAVMOR, Have More. But still, when we pronounce, this is one and the same. You and people like me know what is grammar. Why an illiterate person will be interested to know the grammar? That whether this Have More is proper or a legal legible company, or Usha Aunties Have More is a proper or legible company. Then Usha Aunties Have More company was forced by the court to take down the name. You and me use biscuit packets, biscuits in our day-to-day life. You all know Monaco company's biscuit, Parle, Hide and Seek, Crack Jack is the most famous. But similar product with similar name were launched by different or another companies, duplicate companies. Cracko, Peekaboo, Cracker King, such kind of such kind of designs and names were used by companies. Even they were what I should say, they were also prevented from using this design and using this name, which were infringing the rights of the original company. This is the product now youngsters use a lot, hair remover. So there is one famous company, Wheat Hair Remover, and you all know that is this is the most common brand when it comes to hair remover creams, Wheat company. But this Wheat company, they used one instrument to remove the hair by applying the cream on the body, and this instrument they named S-shaped spatula. Now this spatula was already registered by Wheat hair removal company, but this was copied by Anne French. You all know that one more brand is there, Anne French. So this Anne French company was told to remove the product which is similar to spatula, which is used by Wheat hair removal company. You all know we are using Crocs. You and me, our kids nowadays use Crocs or instead of shoes. These are really easy to wear and easy to remove. So that is why these Crocs are used a large by the companies also. But what happened? This Crocs inclusive company of USA already registered Crocs name, and this was used by the Liberty Shoes company. So this was actually copied again, and this is the, I will not explain you that what is the Designs Act and what is the design under the IPR, because this is already gone by the other lecturers to you. So that is why this design was registered under the Designs Act 2000. So see, this is the design of Crocs shoes and this is registered. Now I will come to the geographical indications. And you all know Kesar mango, Tirupati laddu, Kolhapuri chappal, Patan patola. These are the famous geographical indications made to these products. Now, for example, किसी की शादी है, एखादा लग्नामध्ये जेव्हा आपण खरीदारी करतो, आपण सगळं बस्ता वगैरे घेतो, तर दुले राजासाठी आपण काय घेतो? कोल्हापुरी चप्पल. So this Kolhapuri chappal is nothing but a geographical indication, because this is the particular product which comes from a particular geographical area. Tirupati laddu, these are also registered. Nobody else can use word Tirupati laddu without permission of Tirupati Sansthan of Balaji. You all know Rasgulla. We say Bengali Rasgulla, but in reality Bengali Rasgulla are copied from Odisha. Odisha Small Industries Corporation are the holder of Odisha Rasgulla's GI tag, but people are not knowing because Bengali people have infringed the Odisha's Rasgulla tag, and so many times matter have been filed. So when we talk about Rasgulla or Rasgullas, we say these are from Bengal. No, my friends, actually these are from Odisha. But Bengali people have violated the copyrights or these registered GI trademarks of these Odisha people. See, this is the technical aspect. I will not go through because we are running of time also. It's near about 11:30. So this is the technical aspect, how geographical indications are registered. This is the flow chart. 2-3 case laws I will just highlight and then I will wind up my lecture. Sonu Nigam versus Amrik Singh. The parties to the case were to appear at the Mirchi Awards 2013, and photographs were published or photographs were advertised, including Sonu Nigam with Mika Singh. But what happened? Sonu Nigam told that my photo was not used with my consent or permission. See friends, now you will say that we people are using photographs of personalities without their permission. But remember that if you are using their photographs for commercial purpose, then you are doing an offense. Mirchi Awards 2013 was made to pay 10 lakh rupees to Sonu Nigam for displaying his pictures in showing that he will be the part and parcel of our program without his consent. Another case law, judges also copy. The clerk or stenos who are sitting in front of judges who are typing all the proceeding of the court, they also copy. What happened? One steno of the clerk copied whole paragraph from one of the magazine or one of the article which was written by another person. Then that came under the plagiarism, and the judges of the Delhi High Court or the particular judge who was responsible for a judgment, he apologized and accepted that there was a plagiarized plagiarized paragraph in the order passed on 8 December 2015, and that is why he plagiarized and told that I will take the action against the concerned intern. Now, particularly, I was told that to highlight you about what is the plagiarism and how plagiarism is covered under our, and I am sorry to say you that government has not duly made a particular special law on plagiarism, but some of the sections of Copyrights Act we can use for plagiarism issues. Section 57 of the Copyright Act, where we can claim acknowledgement, authorship or damages. Then 63, punishment is given, and 63A, there is enhanced penalties for second hand. As far as UGC is concerned, so there is 10% of plagiarism is allowed, there is no penalty. If there is 10 to 40%, student need to submit a revised manuscript and faculty personnel must withdraw the plagiarized paper. 40 to 60%, student shall suspend for 1 year and annual pay rise for faculty personnel shall be withdrawn. And if more than 60%, the student will be expelled from the college. And for the faculty personnel, the annual pay raise shall be withdrawn for 2 years. So these are the punishment heavily punishment made by UGC itself. So same way, there are lots and lots of case laws. If I go on, this will continue a lot. So just with last, I will like to say this is one of the patent. I will like to give you example. A wheelchair bound 9-year-old boy invented a game of 6-player circular chase. 6-player circular chase, my friends. You all know chase can be played between 2 people only. One will sit in the front of us and we will be in his front. But this boy named Rideshwar Singh Bhati, he patented his game. He invented this six-player circular chase game and he patented this design. And no one can copy this design without his permission for commercialized purpose. What are trademark? This is the example of trademark. Coca-Cola bottle is there. Now see, here trademark has different parameters. Trademark of name, logo type, symbol, slogan, shape, color, each and everything can be trademarked. Then flowchart. What can be covered under copyright? This I already told you. Literary work, films, dramatic, musical, artistic, sound recording, each and everything. What is not covered under copyright? Ideas, facts, recipes, works lacking originality, names, titles, short phrases. In short, I will talk about designs. You all know what is Tetra Pak. If you purchase fruity or if you purchase any drink, that comes under the Tetra Pak. This Tetra Pak was founded in 1957 in Sweden, and no company can use this Tetra Pak design without the permission of this or without the taking license of this Tetra Pak company. Bisleri bottle. This is the design registered by the Bisleri company, and similarly, this is. You all know Lay's chips and Lay's snacks available in our market. Lay's has sued 9 of the farmers in Gujarat for copying the same registered potato variety which is used to make the Lay's chips. So PepsiCo company, Lay's is manufactured by PepsiCo company. You all know Pepsi cold drink, that company manufactures Lay's also. So after the farmers, they requested the company that please do not make charges against us. We will withdraw this using this variety. Then the charges were taken back by the company. Cyber squatting, you can see in the screen the second number, www.arunjetli.com. You all know who was Arun Jetli. Now he has expired. He was the Honorable Minister of BJP's government. So Arun Jetli's with the Arun Jetli's name, one website was created, and even that was put down by the court of law, because we cannot use name of the personality without their permission. So with the conclusion, I would like to say you all that create yourself rather than using others' creation. Please do not copy others' creation. Do not use mark or competitor's mark in such a way that it is going to affect your competitor. And no comparisons that are likely to cause confusion, that has to be created by the companies. My friends, this is the website. You can get the details of all your queries about IPR. You can go through the government's website ipindia.gov.in, where you can find everything about Indian intellectual property rights which are protected by our Indian government and our Indian laws. So with this, I will like to hold my presentation, and I would like to thank to the organizers for giving opportunity to present in front of you all. It was really nice sharing in front of you all, and I hope you enjoyed my lecture, and in future also, with this anticipation that in future also we will collaborate and engage in such kind of activities. So thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Am I audible, madam? Because I cannot hear it from your side.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay.
Not audible. मोबाईलमध्ये लॉगिन Hello. 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 Yes, continue. Hello.
Hello. Sorry, sir. And thank you so much, sir, for a moral and wonderful lecture on IPR and recent trends. Your guidance will definitely help us in our future law career and especially in IPR field. So thank you so much, sir. Now I request Bhosle Balaji to propose vote of thanks.
नमस्कार, मी भोसले बालाजी आपल्या समोर प्रदर्शन करण्यासाठी उभा आहे. आज हे जे लेक्चर आपल्यासाठी आयोजित केलेलं होतं, सर मी आपल्याला विशेष सांगू इच्छितो की आपला जिल्हा नंदुरबार आहे. आपल्या जिल्ह्याची ओळख आदिवासी असे आहे, तरी सुद्धा आपल्या जिल्ह्यामध्ये 2 लॉ कॉलेजेस आहेत. म्हणजे अभिमानाची गोष्ट आहे की नंदुरबार सारख्या जिल्ह्यामध्ये विधीची माहिती देण्यासाठी, कायद्याची माहिती देण्यासाठी 2 कॉलेजेस अवेलेबल आहेत. म्हणजे याच्यातून आपल्याला लक्षात येतं की आपला जिल्हा कायद्याची माहिती देण्यासाठी किती जागृत आहे. खरंच सर ही गोष्ट आमच्यासाठी अभिमानाची आहे. आणि म्हणून हे जे आपण आपल्याला गायडन्स केलं, ही माहिती आम्हाला भविष्यामध्ये नक्कीच कामी येईल. आणि जेव्हाही इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टीचा विषय आमच्या समोर निघेल त्यावेळेस आम्ही अभिमानानं सांगू, डॉक्टर एस हसानी सरांनी हे आम्हाला सांगितलेलं होतं. त्यामुळे सर आपले विशेष आभार. आणि हा कार्यक्रम ज्यांनी आयोजित केला, कार्यक्रमाचे कोऑर्डिनेटर उन्नती मॅडम, पारिक मॅडम, विधी महाविद्यालयाच्या प्राचार्य नाथानी मॅडम, त्याचबरोबर आपण सर्वजण या ठिकाणी कार्यक्रमाला उपस्थित राहिलात. मी आपल्या सर्वांचे आभार व्यक्त करतो. सरांना पुन्हा एकदा धन्यवाद देतो आणि माझं आभार प्रदर्शन पूर्ण करतो. धन्यवाद.
पुन्हा एकदा सगळ्यांना शुभेच्छा. सगळ्यांना तुम्ही सगळे एक चांगले वकील व्हाल, IPR मध्ये प्रॅक्टिस कराल अशी माझी इच्छा आहे. अजून एक सांगायचं राहिलं माझं की मित्रांनो, IPR, सायबर लॉस, आता हे फील्ड्स जे आहेत टेक्निकल फील्ड्स, तुम्ही याच्याकडे थोडं जास्त लक्ष केंद्रित करा. कारण मी तुम्हाला एक उदाहरण देताना असंही बोललो होतो की अमेरिका किंवा इथले जे देश आहेत, वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज आहेत, त्यांच्या कंपॅरिझन मध्ये आपल्या भारतात अजूनही IPR चे ॲडव्होकेट्स किंवा IPR ची प्रॅक्टिस त्या प्रकारची चालत नाही किंवा त्या प्रकारचे ॲडव्होकेट्स आपल्याकडे अवेलेबल नाहीत की जे IT सेक्टरमध्ये पुढे गेलेले आहेत. आहेत असं नाही म्हणत मी की बिलकुलच नाहीये, थोडेफार आहेत. पण तुम्ही यंग आहात, यंगस्टर आहात, तो तुमच्या करिक्युलरमध्ये IPR हा विषय आहे. तुमच्याकडे सगळं सोयी सुविधा आहेत, इंटरनेट अवेलेबल आहे, तुमच्याकडे गॅजेट्स आहेत. आमच्या वेळेस माझ्याकडे मोबाईल सुद्धा नव्हता त्यावेळेस. नाथानी मॅडमांना माहिती, आम्ही लँडलाईन वरून फोन करायचो घरी, कॉलेजच्या लँडलाईन वरून, कारण तेव्हा तेवढा काही प्रचलित नव्हता मोबाईल. पण आता सगळ्यांकडे 2-2, 3-3 मोबाईल्स आहेत, 2-2, 3-3 सिम्स आहेत. तर नक्की तुम्ही टेक्नॉलॉजीचा फायदा घ्या. IPR असा विषय आहे म्हणजे एकदा तुम्ही या फील्डमध्ये सेटल झाले की ठीक आहे, पैसे तर सोडून द्या, पैसे तर आहेतच, पण तुमचे इतकं नाव पुढे होईल की तुम्हाला इंटरनॅशनल लेवल्सवरती हे जे अपॉर्च्युनिटीज असतात हे तुमच्या दाऱ्यावर येईल. तर परत एकदा ऑर्गनायझर्सच्या मी आभार व्यक्त करतो, तुमच्या सगळ्यांच्याही आभार व्यक्त करतो. तुम्ही शांत चित्ताने ऐकलं. नक्कीच इथून तुम्ही काहीतरी आज घेऊन जाणारे असं आश्वासन मला आहे. आणि यापुढे आपण अशा ऑनलाईन प्लॅटफॉर्म किंवा एकाच वेळेस माझी फिजिकल भेट झाली लातूरला, तर आपण फिजिकल भेटूया. तुम्हालाही जमलं की कधीतरी फ्युचरमध्ये आमच्या आदिवासी भाग तुम्हाला फिरायचं असेल, बघायचं असेल, तर तुम्ही आमच्या नक्की लॉ कॉलेजला या. नॉलेज एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम वगैरे आम्ही ऑर्गनाईज करू. झालं तर मॅडमांशी बोलून घेतो मी, आणि त्या निमित्ताने आपण सगळे भेटूया अशी एक आशा व्यक्त करतो. पुन्हा एकदा सगळ्यांचं धन्यवाद.
थँक्यू सो मच सर.
for guiding our students, and definitely this is going to help them there in future. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, online students. There is notice for you all. Tomorrow we don't have lecture. We'll be continuing on 27th. Monday.